I just want to do a quick one about self inquiry and my version of it and how I feel about it. Normal self inquiry on this path is, the most famous one is Who Am I by Ramana Maharshi. And it's a good one. But often when you start to do this, you take others' advice and you take what they say to you and you say, I'm going to do this. Who am I? And so you really try or you give it a shot and it doesn't do much for you. It feels dead. Feels like you're maybe just repeating it like, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? But self inquiry is not a mantra, it is very different. For me, self inquiry is energetic. It should be not explosively energetic like Kundalini or anything like that. It should be mild energetics. It should pique your curiosity. It should be intriguing. For me, my earliest inquiry questions that I asked myself before I even knew what self-inquiry was, what is this place and why are people here? Those are the ones that really got me and made me very, very curious. I was in deep suffering, and those were the first ones. Like, what the hell is this place? Why am I here suffering? What is this place? What is the point? Why are people here? And I would stare up at my ceiling at night and I would ask those questions. And I did that every night for probably about 2 or 3 years. And I did it other times too, but I remember specifically always doing it at night before I went to bed. And I would stare up at my blank ceiling and I would just wonder. So for me, inquiry is about wonder. It is not about answering the question with concepts. It is a intriguing wondering, a curiosity, a deep curiosity. So you mix a deep curiosity or wondering with a earnestness to really know and to give up all previous ideas. It's a very powerful combination of elements, conditions. And it was very powerful for me. So when you start with an inquiry, you could pick any one or just examine your own life and what are you really interested in knowing about this world and about this life and about your suffering. Find your curiosity, find your intriguing question and delve deep into that and kind of stay in a state of wondering. It's not solving, it's just wondering. It's like, this is interesting. I want to go deeper into this. And when you start to hit on questions or a way of speaking or thinking, it may be something you see on a billboard that's intriguing. Anything that I would say that pushes your buttons energetically is where you go. It's almost like swimming in deep currents of water in the mind, like swimming through the mind in deep currents of water. When you hit upon something that's intriguing, you'll feel sort of a change in the current. So if you ask a question that has piqued your curiosity, you should feel a current, sort of, not a literal electrical current, but maybe, but it'll feel more like the subtle currents of when you're underwater and you feel the water turn from cold to warm, when there's like a brief current change and the water turns from cold to warm. And you just notice it. It's just like you've entered a different stream of current. That's how inquiry felt to me when I was doing it honestly and with great curiosity. And I would just go right into the current. And I would wonder for a while. This was not procedural. It was not strategic. You can't be strategic and be wondering at the same time. If you're strategic, you're trying to make something happen. And you've activated the ego and you're looking for an answer to solve something. This is the genuine curiosity of a child of like, what is this place? I have all these other answers from science and spirituality or religion of what this place is, but what is this place to me? What do I think? Like what do I want to know in my own experience? That's way more important than taking any religious, spiritual, guru, scientific answer as the answer. That's a belief. People do that all the time. But you're not doing that, right? Because you want to know what's really true. So you got to take this to heart with curiosity and vigor and be intrigued by the question and go straight to the heart of it and keep going. And you'll feel that. You'll feel that in your system. You'll feel the change. You'll feel the depth when you're really curious or excited about something. Just like in real life, if you're excited about a project or about going somewhere or a trip or a special night with someone, you feel that energy building. You feel the intensity and the, it's like, ooh, what's going to happen? What is this? What's going on here? And that's how you need to be with your inquiry. If it feels dead to you, you're probably asking a rote, dead question that doesn't have importance to you, and you're just following what someone else says. You are the field, you are the unconditioned, just like Ramana Maharshi is and was. You have every right to have your own question that intrigues you, not to follow his or someone else's. They're just pointers. Forge your own path. Become curious about your own energy and your own questions and your own ideas about this place, whatever it is, and follow that. And if it feels dead to you and you say, oh, inquiry just doesn't work for me, or meditation doesn't work for me, then maybe you need to switch it up and find a different question. But also know that you could be hiding. If you say, oh, inquiry just doesn't work for me, well, that's a convenient way for the mind to toss it away and say, oh, we don't have to look anymore. Now it has you firmly back in its grip, not wondering, being like an NPC, just living your life in your loop. But that's not why you're here. It damn sure isn't why you're on my small channel. If you made your way to this small channel, then you're definitely not one of those people who are going to be satisfied with being in the loop. So this is one weapon that you can use to break out of your loop.